Hey, this is Oliver Tank, and you're listening to Torrent This with Dando.
Welcome to Torrent This with Dando, and now I'm joined on the line by a man who, after breaking onto the scene in 2011 with his smash hit debut EP Dreams, has gone on to win numerous competitions, including where he won the chance to play in Iceland at the Airways Festival, even scored a place in Triple J's next crop, and he'll be supporting Lana Del Rey on her Splendor in the Grass side shows, including a gig at the Palace on July 23rd. I'm of course talking about Oliver Tank. Oliver, thanks for your time, man, and how's things?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
So what have you been up to today? Just chilling?
Today's been a very lazy day.
Yeah.
Woke up, had some pancakes.
Nice.
Went over to a friend's house, played some records, had some beers.
What's a usual day for Oliver?
It's not dissimilar to that, I guess. The other times I'm actually working on music, but I don't know. It's been a bit of a big weekend, so...
Have you had the chance to check out the Big Day Out lineup for next year yet?
Yeah, I saw that at midnight when it came out.
What do you think of it?
It's on there.
What do you think?
And I feel like I'm getting a little bit too old for the Big Day Out. Like, I don't have the energy in me anymore to spend a whole day just...
I'm getting the same way. What's your fondest Big Day Out memory though?
I remember I saw Rage Against the Machine in Melbourne.
Yeah.
That was pretty insane.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think Bjork played before them, which was interesting, but I wasn't really too keen at the time. I was just heaps keen for Rage. But yeah, that whole experience, because I hadn't been to Big Day Out in Melbourne before. I usually just go in Sydney.
Yeah. Have you ever, do you think you'll ever get asked to play at Big Day Out?
I don't know. I think my music might just be a little bit too chilled out.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a lot of ratty people there, but...
There is.
You know, I guess it's sort of like a rite of passage for an Australian band.
It is, sort of.
You never know, maybe one day.
Well, I've got to ask, man, how annoying is it being so talented at everything?
I don't know about talented at everything. I don't know, I just do what I like doing, and, it's good that people care about it as well. Sort of motivates me to keep trying to get better and stuff.
Yeah. What's something you wish you were able to do that you can't?
I don't know. What, music related or just...
Anything.
I kind of wish I could, skate pretty well.
Yeah, I can't skate either.
In terms of, doing tricks, but just in terms of, getting around.
Yeah. Can you skateboard at all?
No, not at all.
Yeah, neither.
A cool thing to do, which I cannot do at all.
Okay. Well, is it true that you let people name their price when it came to your debut EP?
Yeah, it was on Bandcamp. I guess the reason for that was, at the time, I wasn't very established at all. I was just getting started, and I was really happy with how the EP was, but I was sort of more focused on reaching as many people as possible in terms of, as opposed to making as much money as possible.
Yeah. What?
So I felt like if I gave it away for people, name your price, whatever, if people wanted to pay for it, they could. If they didn't, that's cool. They can still download it and enjoy it anyway. And yeah, it actually worked out really well. I found that a lot of people did pay for it. So
that's awesome, man. What was the most you received for it?
I think someone paid $50 for it, which is pretty
$50?
insane. And it's only 6 songs.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so I don't know who that person was. I should actually look it up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give him a prize or something.
Yeah, something.
I was really appreciative of just the support I received from everyone when I released Dreams. It was awesome. Do
you think more musicians would benefit by releasing their first EPs this way?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's sort of, I would never go into the making music just to be like, I'm going to try and make some money for this. You have to love the songs that you make, and you have to be passionate about it. So I think musicians are most excited about showing people their music as opposed to getting money from it.
Yeah.
At my stage anyway, and, obviously to keep doing that you need to start earning some money, but I feel like that way is just a lot more, gives access to a lot more people, I guess.
Will you do the same thing when you release an album?
I don't know, the album's a bit of a way off. I haven't really thought
Okay.
this yet. But you never know, maybe.
How far away should we wait before we expect an album?
I don't think until next year.
Oh, really?
But I'll have another EP between then. For sure.
Yeah. Are you stoked about supporting Lana Del Rey or what?
Sorry?
Are you stoked about supporting Lana Del Rey?
Yeah, man, I'm pretty excited. I don't really know what to expect from what sort of audience she'll bring, but, I like her music, and I think she'll have a cool little crowd and vibe about her, so...
How did that all come about? Did you contact her?
It's all sort of managers and
okay,
lined it up, but I think her manager was a fan of mine, and
okay, yeah.
that always helps, so yeah, I'm excited to play. It's going to be good times.
Who would be the most entertaining person you've toured with so far?
The dudes from Youth Lagoon were pretty funny.
Yeah, why is this?
I just played with them in one show in Melbourne and one show in Sydney.
Yep.
But they were really cool and they were really nice, and yeah, I really dug those guys.
Okay, then cool. Now I've got to ask, do you still own your copy of Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavoured Water?
I don't own it anymore. Actually, I lent it to a friend.
Yes.
Back in year 6 or
Yeah.
or whenever I first got it, and he never gave it back to this day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's a terrible friend. I was never allowed... I wanted that album. My mum wouldn't let me buy it because of the swearing.
Yeah, I think my mum was a bit oblivious to that sort of stuff.
What was the one album when you were a kid that you always wanted to buy but your parents wouldn't let you?
Man, I managed to get a lot of the albums that I wanted. Like, I wanted Get Rich and Die Trying.
Yep.
Which is a great album.
Yeah.
What else? Cheers by Obi Trice.
Mm.
Blink-182.
It's crazy the music that you listen to.
All those sort of early 2000s bands.
Yeah.
It was all similar sort of sound.
My mum would never let me go near it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now, besides Last Night I Heard Everything in Slow Motion, how many other song titles have you thought of whilst getting blazed?
I don't know if I've thought of any other song titles. I've thought of a few lyrics.
Yeah.
I thought of Music is Like Air to Me, and I Just Want to Help You Breathe, which is from Help You Breathe.
Cool.
And I think up a lot of the ideas for the tracks in terms of structure.
Yeah.
It's sort of hard for me to describe. Everyone goes through their own thing. And I would never really work on anything in that state. I would just sort of, it's more of an ideas.
Yeah.
Write a lot of stuff down and maybe record a little bit of guitar or some melody.
Now, it's good that you mentioned Help You Breathe, because I asked on Facebook, on my Facebook page, what questions they want me to ask you, and a few people want to know what the inspiration was for Help You Breathe.
Help You Breathe. I'll tell you, I actually think it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
The song itself is about music, so it's sort of aware of itself as a song, which I don't think a lot of songs are.
Yeah.
Not in that sort of way. So the lyrics are like, at night she sleeps, a cradle rocking next to her in perfect time with her heartbeat. And the heartbeat is like the beat of the track that comes in right after that.
Ah, nice.
And then it's like, with you I've had the greatest of nights, like going out, listening to music.
Yeah.
Partying. And with you we've reached the greatest of heights, which is a similar sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah. That's sweet, man.
And then it's like, music is like air to me, and I just want to help you breathe. So music is like what I live for, and this is me giving back to music, I guess, and hopefully helping someone else breathe.
That's awesome. Now, that song, it was a uni assignment, yeah?
No, Last Night I Heard Everything in Slow Motion was a uni assignment, and so was my beautiful cover. But
yeah.
Help You Breathe I recorded at the start of this year.
Well, what score did you get for Last Night I Heard Everything in Slow Motion?
I think I got 92% or something, which is pretty good.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how that came out.
Now, I noticed you're also writing and producing tracks for Fawn Myers.
Yeah, I've been really stoked about that stuff at the moment.
Yeah. Do you prefer like this side of the business, or do you prefer being in the limelight?
Oh man, I just like making music, so it's sort of just. And I also think Fawn has a really beautiful voice.
Yeah.
I haven't really heard, I guess, a female artist in Australia anyway that sort of embraces a very electronic music sort of background, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, Elizabeth Rose, of course, but I feel like Fawn's is a bit more sort of chilled out, whilst Elizabeth's is a bit more upbeat.
Yep. Do you think you'll
really.
Do you think you collaborate with more of her in the future?
With Fawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm making her EP.
Yeah.
That was the first track from her EP, and then I've got to do the rest of that, and I'm sure she'll be singing on some more Oliver Tank tracks as well. So.
Well, how often?
Look out for her. I think she's going to be quite big.
Yeah, I think she will be too, man. Yeah. How often do you find yourself listening to your own songs?
Pretty often. I mean, I'm not ashamed. Some people if you listen to your own music, it's like at the end of the day, I make the music for myself. I don't really write it thinking about what other people will think of it. I just sort of be like, what do I want to hear happen? Where do I want this song to go? So I love all my music. I think you have to be passionate about it if you expect anyone else to be.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah. Well, if you were in the car driving and your song came on, would you crank it up, or would you change the station?
Yeah, I'd crank it up. I've got Dreams on the CD player in my car.
That's great, man. That's great. Have you ever used your success so far as a way to score with chicks?
I guess a little bit. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail. You know, it's just, I guess it's one of those little perks.
Yeah, it is.
People care about you more, but I don't know.
What would be the strangest altercation you've had with a female fan?
Actually, there was this girl in Brisbane once, and I just finished playing. It was my EP tour, and I said my thank yous or whatever, and then got off the stage, and she just came up to say hi, and I want to give you a hug, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So you know, she gave me a hug, and then she kissed me on one cheek, and then I thought she was doing the old kiss on one cheek thing.
Yeah.
And then so I moved to kiss her on the other cheek, and she was putting her head in front of where my head was, so she was pretty much just straight up trying to make out. Yeah, it was weird, but yeah.
How did you handle the situation?
Things happen.
How did you handle the situation?
Oh, I just sort of hugged her. I guess it was a bit awkward.
Yeah. All right, man. Just a couple more questions. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself on both a personal level as well as your career in 12 months' time?
Oh, in 12 months' time. Man, I guess the thing that I do when I try and make music is I always try and sort of surprise people with what's next. I think you can tell it's Oliver Tank, but the direction keeps changing. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's got different styles to it, so I can't really describe the music that I'll be making then, because I'm sure it would have gone through even more of an evolution. But I guess I just want to be playing bigger shows, maybe have a little more, have a few friends play in the live act as well, and just, I don't know, be happy and be able to just make music and chill out.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. And just one last question. This is the question I ask to everybody. What advice do you have for all aspiring songwriters and musicians?
Yeah, it's a good question. I guess, well, the first thing I do, if you're happy, start writing music that you really love and that you're passionate about. Then upload your tracks, I would say, onto SoundCloud. I mean, it's a bit more geared towards electronic musicians than, I guess, folk artists or whatever. But if you're an electronic musician, upload onto SoundCloud, start sharing with your friends, send to radio stations. And, yeah, that's how I sort of got started. So, yeah, just keep passionate about it, I guess.
You got to have the determination, yeah. Well, there you go, guys. Make sure you get yourself a copy of Oliver's debut EP, Dreams. Check him out as he supports Lana Del Rey at the Palace Theatre on the 23rd. And for all the latest news and info, like him on Facebook at facebook.com/OliverTankMusic. Once again, Oliver, thanks for your time, man. Really appreciate it, and good luck with the rest of the year.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Catch you later, man.
See you, dude.